Hello everyone, I'm MVL and welcome to The Curse of Strahd, a customized D&D campaign played on Roll20. And honestly guys, I actually just don't have an intro bit. I just couldn't think of anything. You don't understand the pressure of having to come up with a different intro bit every single time. You know, Jonan, all you have to do is run and make the entire game. Like, I have to come up with like a different intro bit every single time. It's too much pressure. So with a bit of audience participation, I'm just gonna pretend that it glitched out and I said something unbelievably funny and did something unbelievably dramatic, and we'll just act like it was a glitch, okay? Let's do it. Okay, it's true, it's really true. Guys, I'll never get away with that again, not in a million years. Oh my goodness, I mean, to be honest guys, I don't think it was really a good idea to bring pyrotechnics into my game room anyway with all the equipment around, so there's absolutely no chance we'll ever do that again. You'll have to have seen it to believe it. Oh my goodness, well, that was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, guys. You saw it here. Okay, Jonan, take it away, my friend.
That's where WWE's pyro budget went.
And don't even think about trying to download it on YouTube because there's copyright strikes everywhere. Anyway, welcome back to The Curse of Strahd, where our heroes, the Silver Stakes, are trapped in the land of Barovia, a land encased in mist and ruled by the cruel vampire Strahd von Zarovich. Last time, after Strahd declared that he would destroy the town of Valaki in 10 days, our heroes got to work on their various tasks to try and tip the balance in their favor. The group has arrived at the Amber Temple, the supposed birthplace of Strahd's power. Their guide, the Dusk Elf leader Casimir Velikov, is searching for a way to revive his dead sister, whilst the group are searching for a prophesized item that will help them fight off Strahd. Both are somewhere within the temple. The group, they are currently exploring the lower floors, but whilst they have found many amber sarcophagi, all offering dark gifts and powers, it is not the one Casimir is looking for. And now, whilst you have fought off several poltergeists, except for one that hit Jean on the back of the neck and then mysteriously disappeared, which is definitely not a certain party member's prank that went horribly wrong.
Where is that? I would like to show that ghost a piece of my mind. They were looking for it.
But even then, that's not the most worrying thing. No, the most worrying thing right now is Casimir himself. He is charging ahead of the group, determined to get his hands on this power to revive the dead as soon as possible, believing that nothing else matters, not even his own life. And so far, the group have not been able to convince him otherwise. 6 days remain, and as he begins to walk away, Casimir calls out, "We cannot open those last vault doors about the password. Let's go upstairs for more information." And he starts walking across the hall in this direction.
I would just like to once again apologize, Nico, for taking out your webcam with a pyro. I'm real sorry about that.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. I think my microphone got like there must have been a spark that got in my microphone. So if something crackles occasionally, it's all MBL's fault.
Yeah, sorry guys, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's totally not MBL's fault that I'm on reduced HP right now. Honestly, out of character, I wish my HP was lower so I could make him feel guiltier about that, but I'll work with what I was given.
Feeling guilty.
In all seriousness, guys, I'm sorry. Strahd has taken over my computer and nothing works.
Oh.
It happens.
Okay, well,
I would like to say, yeah, of course. You're welcomed even whenever your laptop hates you. Also, I would like to say that I'm sticking mostly with Maldrath for reasons people probably know, having watched the previous episodes.
Okay, so bringing us back into the scene right now. Casimir has just walked across the hall and seems to be determined to go upstairs without you. What are you guys doing?
I plan on following.
There are still doors down here that aren't open, so he's going to miss out on presumably more sarcophaguses. Sarcophagi.
Just a quick recap. Yeah, just a quick recap. He tried opening the ones that you guys haven't opened, but the password didn't work on them.
Yeah, but
Which
to be
ones
fair,
are those exactly?
The one up here, and I believe the one over here.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna mark those so we remember.
Actually,
to be
no,
fair,
that
though,
one has been.
the password's not.
Yeah,
Looks like
the-
that one.
The one above, wasn't there armor in it or something?
Yes. Forgive us, folks. It's been a while. The one above that had what appeared to be some kind of armored golem in there, or something into those or something like that. But there doesn't appear to be any kind of control device for it. And right now, it's just sitting there, just waiting for.
Ooh, I already put a note in. Vault door unopened. Okay, cool. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I made a correction. You've opened all the doors except for the one above here. And I'm on the wrong layer.
All right.
Yeah, that one there. Okay.
The big one.
So,
Mm.
so yeah, basically I'm just gonna cast a knowing glance at Maldrath, and then sort of look over the others and follow Captain Suicidal Determination.
Okay. If you guys are all following him, I will then move you back upstairs.
He can.
I'm surprised he's not going to stick around to open that door because, we've brute forced all the others. So you'd have thought.
These doors in fairs do appear to be slightly larger, although you could potentially brute force them. It's entirely up to you whether you want to wait for Casimir on.
Jonan, Ward's going to stick at the back. After everyone starts to go up the stairs, he's going to take one swing at the door. Try and hit it with his weapon, see what happens.
Okay, first off, make me a stealth check to see whether anyone actually notices you hanging back.
Beating
we'll use
passive
everyone's
perception, because...
Yeah, we're using everyone else's passive perceptions, because this wouldn't be something you guys would specifically look out for.
Dude, how have I rolled so well on, random rolls recently?
I would
Okay.
have noticed that.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
my
anyone
passive
has pass?
17.
Oh, okay, so literally Seth is the only one who notices that Ward appears to be heading back. It's up to you whether or not you want to inquire about his behavior.
I'll just watch.
I'll just call over. Ward, don't die.
You were focused. You were focused on
Wait.
Casimir, I think. You didn't see.
Oh, I thought. Yeah, sorry. I thought.
Seth is the only one who's actually noticed. Sorry.
The Ward,
Right, sorry. I thought someone passed.
the Ward sees Seth watching him, right?
Yeah.
Assumingly Seth turns around
I
to
don't
do that.
know. Would you be trying to hide that, Seth?
He would have had to have stayed downstairs, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so then.
If he does, then
But
Ward
it
won't
might-
attack the door.
Alright. In that case, we'll say that there's a brief slight delay. Everyone else charges on. Ward was thinking about attacking the door by himself, but then he notices that Seth is watching him this time, being since his eagle eyes, he was the only one that noticed Ward was handing back, at which point Ward decides against it.
the hunter's judgment of your
Okay.
bad decisions.
Okay, so you guys are then all headed this direction, which is where Casimir runs off to. And if I could just transfer you up there.
Seth, how do you think we stand against Strahd?
I think we could do with more arrows in our quiver, shall we say.
Mm,
I think we're running pretty empty at the moment.
that's a deep metaphor. At
No, it's only about 2 foot deep.
least we won't be better than 6 foot deep.
Okay.
That's some arrow.
Strahd got his power here, we think. So, There's gotta be a way to deal with him here, right?
I'm afraid of what the toll could be from taking these powers, but I do believe these could be used against Strahd.
Me too.
Okay.
Find what we're looking for, then maybe we'll have to rely on these.
Yeah, that's all Ward will say when he's so close to the group, because he doesn't want to just say, I don't trust Casimir, when Casimir's like a couple of feet away.
That's fair. So,
Doesn't trust gentle Casimir, who's been an absolutely outstanding moral bulwark at this point.
Yeah, to be fair, I think we're all kind of like noobs on this guy.
It's like, you know when you watch a TV show and they just go around a corner and talk about another character who's clearly within earshot? It's like, that's not gonna work.
Okay.
It could be worse. They could just pull a sheet like in the hospital drama. It's like, let me just close this curtain so we can talk privately. It's like, no, that doesn't work at all.
Oh dear. Okay, so right now you guys have all traveled up this narrow corridor, and you essentially see a door straight in front of you, which Casimir just instantly bolts through. Again, not really, seemingly just charging ahead, giving no thoughts to his own safety or anyone else's at this point.
Wait, Jonah, did you just say we moved up? So like level 10?
No, move up as in a flight of stairs, not level up. That's a completely separate thing, but nice try.
Nice try. If he said yes, we'd be level 10. That's how it works, guys.
Well, right now we're on level. Right now you're on the first level, so I could put you all back to level 1.
We lose 8 levels? Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys.
Okay, so...
Alright, sorry.
Now we'll have to take all the sarcophagus deals if we're level 1 again.
Yep.
Yeah.
But what if the cost is a level?
Oh no.
And you get negative levels?
Oh, man.
In Pathfinder.
I guess it depends on how much of a douche the DM is.
Oh, there were negative levels in 3.5. I know because I took them in Age of Worms. Yes, I'm bringing that up again.
Okay, so Casimir continues to march forward, and you go past yet another narrow corridor before ending up. Actually, I would say Jean, Ward, and Seth recognize this. It's the corridor that with the burned wizard was in. In fact, Maldraff also recognizes it as well.
I imagine the staff that Keldrin's got will recognize it as well, perhaps.
I'm not touching it right now. I don't want him in my head all the time. Please, thank you.
Fair enough. You remember that so far you remember that these two doors here have not been examined. The one before you, Ward and John will remember from when they were fighting the fox creature inside the statue that there was a very beautiful dining set there, but you hadn't touched it because your mind was focused on other things at the time.
Like surviving.
This isn't that far from where we camped out earlier either, is it? That's just like round the corner beneath us.
Yeah, you camped down literally through the door here.
Yeah. Alright, 2 doors here we haven't checked? Where's Casimir?
Yes.
Is he staying put, or is he just like off on one?
Casimir is currently just looking at the 2 doors and deciding which one he wants to enter.
Hey, one at a time.
Take the other one, just out of spite.
I am gonna just clear this door real quick. Do the prod open with my physical corporeal sword.
Okay. So, I will give you the description as you poke your head.
Yeah, not entering, just looking.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see. As you slowly poke the door open and just glance inside, you see stone blocks resembling tables standing in the center of the room, but they're covered in dust. Carved into the stone wall are niches filled with hundreds of dusty bottles. Cobwebs hang from the wooden ladders that lean against the walls.
Do you smell burnt wizard?
Can I run an investigation check to see if there's more?
Sure.
Oh, I'm terrible at these.
You're the
why
one
did
who
I-
suggested it.
Why did I suggest this? Someone want to assist me?
Ward would, but he's keeping an eye on Casimir. I moved my token into the room so people can see, but he's actually outside the room.
Okay.
Just wants to make sure Casimir doesn't try and go into the next door.
Oh, this is yeah.
16.
Okay. You have a look around, and with Maldrav's help, you look through all of the bottles. They look like they were once potions. Like this used to be like an alchemist laboratory where potions were made. However, from the dust and shaking it about, it looks like the potions are hundreds, if not thousands, of years old. And if any effect they have has been lost.
Fair enough. I'll glance at Maldrath and say, nothing of use to us here. I suppose we ought to get back to keeping an eye on our friend.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, whilst you're in that room, Casimir has started trying to go to the next room.
Oh, son of a
Oh
bitch.
my goodness.
Follow behind.
Okay.
I'm
Ward's-
going to let the others. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Just real quick. I'm just gonna let the others check out on Casimir, and I'm gonna sweep real quickly over the table to see if there's any precious metals or stuff that I can either use or sell.
Okay, I will I will expedite it by saying that unfortunately they do appear to just be stone slabs. There isn't any signs of precious metals or anything like
Cool.
that.
Thanks. Just wanted to make sure.
That's fair.
Poofing out again.
Okay. Meanwhile,
Since Ward was watching him, would I be able to try and get in front of him before he opened the door when I see him starting to jiggle the handle or whatever?
make me I'll tell you what, do an initiative roll for me. And I'll
Don't you
roll
have
off as
advantage
Casimir
on
once I find
those?
this sheet.
I think this came up before and I don't.
It might have been because he remember, he's not a pure barbarian. He multi
Oh, man,
fighter
yeah.
as well.
Don't stop me from rolling like a boss!
Okay, Casimir, he just gets as far as managing to push the door open before Ward, not very sorry, just sort of literally just pushes a hand out the way and opens the door himself.
Chops that door.
Something hits me. I can take it. Plus, I'm very expendable. Let me go forward.
Casimir grumbles and just kind of rubs his, but he otherwise seems to accept.
But he
And
does
as he also-
rude hand gestures to me?
No, he's essentially rubbing and shaking his hand because a massive half-orc literally just smashed his hand out the
Wait,
way.
he's shaking his hand. Is he shaking his hand like this to me?
No.
The Italian way.
The hand was open. Don't even try it.
I can't
Oh
see
my
any
God.
webcams, but I know exactly what's happening.
Oh god. Anyway,
I think MVL is asking if Casimir was implying that Ward does anything untoward in his
Anything.
private time, but
Anything
Oh,
crass.
Untoward. You had to go there, didn't you?
Hey.
Suddenly the entire-
You know, the
with a
reason I...
giant roar, the powers of darkness swallow you whole. Anyway,
The actual reason I called him Ward is because he's a half-orc, and I wanted to call him Awkward.
I love it.
You told me that before. Oh god.
I'm very
Okay.
Of
happy.
course, would be
Be-
proud.
Jonan, just send us through the interdimensional Langoliers portal. We deserve.
Okay, so as you step inside, dominating this room is a 12-foot tall model of a dark castle with high walls and tall spires. behind it, tucked in the corner, are some ruined furnishings and a wooden chest. I will say that, well, anyone can make an investigation check.
Someone with a higher intelligence than me.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
My
That wasn't
dude.
meant to be with advantage, but oh no, that was disadvantage, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
first
it
one
would've
was a
been the
20.
Wait, I don't remember saying disadvantage, but okay.
No, I
Yeah, it
think
was-
I turned it off.
Yeah, it was accidental. The first one was a 20.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you begin to look around, and you notice that inside this model of a castle, at first it just looked like this was some kind of architect's plan, as in if we're going to build a castle, this is what it will look like. But then you notice inside the model, inside one of the rooms, something appears to be glinting, like it's shining inside.
I'll attempt to pick it out. Let's see. Go
ahead and
yeah.
it depends if you're trying to essentially a dex if you just want to pluck it out, strength if you just want to smash the model to get it.
I'll pluck it out.
Okay, so dex check in that case.
You know, you really want to have like a Godzilla fight scene above this, don't you?
See, now I'm just thinking of the final fighting hot fuzz. But anyway,
Ooh, good stuff.
Bloody hell.
okay.
Seth is one competent mother plucker.
Seth manages to he manages to very gently lift up the tower that contains this object and slowly pulls it out and puts it back down. And the object you find in there, it's very curious. It looks like a special amulet of some kinds, but you don't recognize any of the symbols on it. It just appears to be I'm just trying to find a description of this thing. Hang on.
Is the model ruined in any way, or is the model complete?
No, because Seth had such a high dexterity roll, he was able to literally lift up the tower, pull all the item out, and then literally put the tower back neatly exactly where it was.
Oh, I mean beforehand. Did it look exactly like this area does now? Like, you know, in sort of ruins and disrepair? Or does it look like as if it was as it should have looked?
Go ahead and make me a knowledge roll.
I wish I'd taken knowledge history, but Sean is
It's a model.
noble.
It's a model, guys.
Yes. It's a model. It looks
It's
real
only a
fancy.
Possible it's actually of Castle Ravenloft.
Again,
That's
anyone
what
who
I'm-
wants to.
Screw it.
Casimir might know, wouldn't he? He's probably
20s for the win.
20 and
both of-
17.
Wow, Odin.
Yeah, both of you quickly figure out that it was a design for Castle Ravenloft. It wasn't an exact match one-to-one. Some things obviously changed due to construction, but yes, at some point this was meant to be the design for Ravenloft.
Alright, well that's much better than what I thought it might have been, because I thought it might have been a design for the Amber Temple, and if we crushed it, we'd crush ourselves inside the model.
that sounds like something that would happen. To be fair, in character, I'll say if this is remotely close to how the castle looks now, we could use this for the purposes of a siege if it comes to that.
This is worth taking note of.
Actually, can I take out my my notebook and start sketching down a basic map, or as far as I can?
Good idea.
Yes, you can.
Did you say there was a chest behind it?
No, I said there was old furniture there.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, Keldrin's gonna sneak into the room and start sketching down stuff and attempting to take off roofs and try and see in and like get as much with whatever time the group gives her.
I'm trying to decide what kind of check that would be.
Dex?
Yeah, I'd say maybe a dex check.
I mean, it's not great, but it's fine. Can somebody help me?
If it's advantage, either of myself or Seth.
Maybe Seth, because he can really dexterously pick up the stuff, so I can take looks and
That
things.
makes sense.
Yeah, if you want to flip it that way, yeah, that works.
Because you don't want Ward helping you with like caveman sketches.
Yeah, and you don't want me helping you with big punchy gauntlets.
Can I get the advantage then? Is that cool, DM?
Yes, that's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. You roll it then. Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad.
Okay, I will say that with Seth's help, as he slowly picks up the model and gives you a look around, you are able to fully sketch. You're able to slowly, fully sketch out Ravenloft, and the at the very least, you manage to get the upper levels. It won't be an absolutely perfect map, but it does mean that you have a rough idea of what the building's layout is going to be from here on out. You're not going to go in completely blind.
Amazing. That's all I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to check to see if there's if dungeons or underground construction was included in the model, or if it's just, above ground?
Or if it's
I will say that,
model?
unfortunately, because it's a model, unfortunately, it seems to be only the above ground stuff. I will say that there were marks for an underground, where they would put in stairs for an underground area, but they haven't actually
modeled
sadly, haven't modeled that yet.
Definitely putting in like the stairs for the downstairs areas then, where they come up.
Yes, so they were definitely planning to add something. You just don't know what that was. Also, I can now give you a more accurate description of the item. It appears to be a metallic sunlight symbol with a red gem in the middle.
Would I recognize the sunlight symbol as anything religious pertaining to that other symbol we saw in the other place? I forget its name. The precursor to Pelor.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what you're talking about. Make me a religion check.
Can fucking Casimir be useful and identify this?
He's too busy being
I'm
moody.
guessing the answer is no. Oh my god, Maltrap.
Boss.
Okay.
This Roll20 patch is really working out.
As you touch it, you look at it, you realize that yes, much like with Argynvost, this does appear to be a precursor to the religion of Pelor. It is a sunlight symbol. It is it's a symbol of sunlight, a symbol of rebirth. And you'd also notice that the gem contains a good, strong source of magical power, and specifically, as you touch it, it starts to glow. And I will give it, as the energy starts to flow with you, connect with you, I can now reveal that this is in fact a holy symbol. Specifically, it's a symbol that contains the power to repel undead. It has
oh yeah.
This will be in your journals now, as congratulations, you found the last item. The holy symbol of Ravenkind is the item.
Maldraff, MVP.
My notes say holy symbol of fuck you dead things.
Yes. So, like I said, it's in the journals, but the long and short of it is, I said in metallic it's actually platinum at the end, and it can do. Whilst it regains charges at dawn and currently has 10, it can do it can hold vampires. It acts as a free turn on dead spell. and can also act as a free sunlight spell.
Wow, you know what I smell? I smell double team. Myself and Maldraff.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I love how Maldrath is just shaping into this just incredible, like, undead slayer now.
It's his lot in life.
It's his divine purpose.
And I will actually legitimately say, as soon as you pick that up with that religion check, you feel like this symbol was almost destined for you to have it, and you're now feeling this incredible energy surge in you, and you know what this item is for, and you know what you have to do.
May I just ask? Do I see him glowing or looking remotely Helsing-like right now?
I will say the item itself is glowing, and Maldrath's cape is billowing just a little bit.
Yep, suitably Helsing-like. I'll I'll approach and say, "So, what do you think? Is that what we came here to find?"
Well, it was what I came here to find, that's for sure. This was meant to happen.
Well, did I happen to catch Seth and Ward's conversation earlier about arrows in the quiver?
I'd say sadly.
Okay. In that case, I'll think of another turn of phrase. I'll say, well, whatever it does for us, it's another stake in our arsenal.
Is it silver?
I mean, it's platinum,
Better.
so...
Brand recognition is important.
Well, fun fact, platinum does actually mean muddied silver, so...
Which is weird because it's like silvery or silver. Anyway, in character, I'll say, well, onwards and upwards, I suppose.
Oh, yes. Agreed. There's one more door. And with that, he begins to walk out here.
Yep,
Well,
hot on his heels.
I'm gonna try and
Maldrath's just gonna roll his eyes and follow him.
stay ahead of him. Like, try and catch him before he jumps off the edge.
Okay, so he steps in, and you got Ward and Ward and John have already been in this room.
Yes, the room full of food I don't trust.
Don't eat the cake.
Torches and sconces illuminate a dining room and illuminate a dining table in the center of the room. Covering the table is a magnificent feast that fills the hall with rich smells of cooked meats, sweet vegetables, piping hot gravy, and wine.
I would like to do something that I have not had the opportunity to do since I took this feat. I would like to, as a 6-second action, invoke Gourmand to just inspect one plate of food to see if there's anything funky about it.
Okay, go ahead and make your investigation check.
According to the feat, I don't need one. It's just I take 6 seconds and can automatically determine if there's something wrong about the food I'm seeing.
Okay.
As soon as Ward sees the room, he'll just be, "No, not again! Don't touch it!" That's it.
Okay. I will say, looking at it, John, using your new eye as you've been perfecting your cooking skills until now, in terms of appearance, the food looks absolutely immaculate. Like, almost a bit too immaculate. Like, everything looks absolutely perfect. Like, everything's been heated to the right temperature. It's made of good color. The presentation is top notch. It's almost like whenever you see in a cooking anime, they present the food and it's almost slightly sparkling. So it's good. Perhaps too good.
Nope. Big
yeah, I'm just gonna regard that back away and say, after the decor we've seen in this place, the fact that this food is so immaculate really speaks for itself, I think. Let's go.
Can I do a quick check around the table to see if there's dust on the seats, if it looks like anybody Am I pushed to talk? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can...
amazing. So I would like to check if it looks like anybody has eaten from this table.
Okay, make me an investigation check.
Mother bitch. Okay.
As much as Ward wants to pie face somebody, it'd be dangerous.
Oh, like that one time that someone flicked blood on Jonan's character?
That wasn't supposed to be advantage. It's a 15.
Okay. You notice that there is a lot of dust still on the tables. Still on the chairs. Like, they haven't been touched or moved. And some of them even, like, they look like they're just one person away from falling apart. So it doesn't look like anyone's eaten here for a long time.
Cool. That's all I wanted to know. Thanks.
Okay. And once again, Casimir is starting to charge off by himself.
I'm going
that guy.
I'm going to be the one who tries to stop him this time before he goes through this door. And if
Okay.
I do, I'd like to say something to him because this is getting freaking ridiculous.
Okay. First off, go ahead and make an initiative roll against it.
12, not great. Oh my god.
I will say that whilst you're examining the food and you're making a deliberation, he just literally bolts. Like, he just doesn't even care. And you are desperately trying to move the react to him, but he suddenly he moves through the double doors, and I'm going to give you the description now, as you should be able to go through. Or at least you would if I remove the doors. Okay. As you step through...
sorry, you go.
Okay, to give you... this bare stone room consists of a foyer to the east and a shrine to the west. Let's see. Candlesticks dappled in cobwebs stand in the four corners of the foyer. In the shrine, a faceless obsidian statue stands in a raised alcove at the western end of the chamber. Slanted before the statue are two desiccated corpses in tattered garments. Two pairs of alcoves line the north and south walls of the shrine. Casimir has now appeared to step forward and just seems to be examining the shrine intensely.
All right. I will just say, Ward will hear this. I'm not going to say the exact pronunciation because I don't French. But in Elvish, as Elvish as Casimir bolts, Ward is particularly will be able to hear a muttering of the French word for "son of a bitch."
Okay, so I'll say that. Jean is able to get into the room first, and quickly followed by the others. And like I said, Casimir is now watching the statue intently.
All right.
Like mesmerized?
Go ahead and make me an insight check.
I'll do that too because I got in there first, like I was trying to follow him. 10.
14.
He seems to be paying a lot of close attention to the statue. He seems to be looking at it with further intent, but then again, he has been like manic for the past few minutes, so it's not unlike his normal behavior. And as you, it's not he doesn't appear to be doing anything out of the ordinary. That said, Maldraff, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh god, I knew it.
I was thinking like Maldav just walked right up to it.
Yeah. Wisdom saving, you say?
I was gonna say like, let's just leave him here.
Oh man.
Oh, slays it. Slays it.
Maldraff, you have like, you look at the statue briefly, and it appears to be the most beautiful object you've ever seen in your life. And then suddenly something kicks in the back of your brain, like it just goes, "That's a statue." and you instantly snapped out of it and just thinking, why the hell was I so obsessed with that statue for a second?
What's going on?
I will turn around and be like, don't look at the statue. It's cursed or something.
Ugh!
Yeah, I'll just sort of block my line of vision with the shield, and now that Casimir is mesmerized and probably doesn't even register us, I'll call to Maldrath. Can you get the idiot out of it?
No, leave him here. Sorry, Kelvin wouldn't say that. Just leave him here. Ah!
That's not a terrible idea. This way.
Given my experience with this statue, it would be a reasonable assumption to assume that the two dead bodies literally stared themselves to death.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So, Casimir is probably not going anywhere anytime soon. Can I have a quick investigation of the statue to see if I can find anything obvious that's causing this?
The bodies.
Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
That's so appropriate because your avatar is a bird.
Yep.
Although that bird would be the bodies. Tweet.
That wasn't terrible.
There doesn't seem to be anything on the statue itself. You, at least nothing you can see without like actually picking it up and examining it. But it seems to be like the statue itself. It appears to be in the figure of a faceless man in robes. But other than that, there's no kind of religious symbol or anything on it.
Well, I can understand the appeal. Man in robes, how big is this statue?
Not very big. I'm just going to see. Let's see. Yeah, it's only about 4 feet tall and made of obsidian.
I'm not going to be able to do any Indiana Jones shenanigans on this then.
Wouldn't imagine.
In that case, I will quickly see what's going on with the bodies, if there's anything of value there, and then can I turn my attention to the walls to see if there's any inscriptions or any clues?
Okay, checking for the walls, you would have to make a separate investigation check. And in terms of the corpses, I will expedite this by saying that unfortunately it just appears to be their clothes on them.
Poop.
Fair enough. In that case, I shall have a look at the walls. The walls seem to be keeping the roof up, guys.
That's pretty much it, yes.
I suspected as much, Maldrath.
So what are these? These are candlesticks, right? In the corner of the room that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to say something. Maldrath, if you're unaffected, may I speak to you outside this room?
Yes.
And I'll glance at the others. The rest of you can listen in if you'd like.
Okay.
Then why the need for secrecy?
I don't want to say it in front of Casimir, just in case he can hear.
Why don't we all go to the next room? Casimir's not going anywhere. Are you going nowhere, Casimir? No, he's not going anywhere. Unless he's faking it.
Yeah.
Don't poke him.
Insight check. No, I'm joking.
Throw a pebble at him.
I'm going to if whoever comes with me, as soon as we're out of earshot of whatever Casimir's hearing, it could be he could be communicating with another planet right now, for all I know. I'm going to say mostly to Maldrath, but also to the others. I believe, or at least I theorize, that if we were to remove him from the room, it would break the trance that he's in. And I suggest we do not do that until we destroy the sarcophagus he's after.
I think for the time being, this is the safest place for him. We'll keep him out of trouble, and it's ended his suicidal charge into the unknown, at least.
Yeah, that was pretty scary. I mean, we're not the most subtle of people, but like, he made us even worse.
He has no regard for tactics.
I'll sigh and I'll sigh and say, as tempting as the power he seeks would be to anyone who's suffered a loss, I do not intend for any of the powers in this place, least of all the most enormous of them, to fall into any hands, lest we pay a terrible price. I do not believe that the magic offered by this temple comes without cost.
So, are you suggesting that the next sarcophagus we find, we try and smash it?
At least the last one, if it exists.
Well, we all seem to be in agreement to leave him here for the meantime.
Yeah.
Should one of us keep an eye on him? I don't mind hanging back in case something happens.
Do we know how long it took for those people to die? Can you guarantee that he's not going to die in even a minute? Might take days. But what if he does die within the next minute?
Or maybe we should go.
I peek my head back in the room. I peek back my head back in the room. Did anything change?
No, he appears to be fine for the moment. And Maldraff, can you make me a medicine check?
That's Maldraff.
Okay, I will say that admittedly they were pretty far gone, but as for what you could tell, there was no signs of any necrotic activity. You think that if anything, they probably died of a natural starvation, as in it wasn't that something drained their life. It was that they literally just stood there for days until they died of malnourishment.
Well, I think he'll be alright. As long as he doesn't obviously get stabbed in the back by something.
I'm going to take a page out of my notebook and write down, please do not disturb. I'm just going to kind of push it in this direction.
I thought he was going to write a note like, please do not kill me, and stick it on his back.
Don't stab me.
I'm not getting that close to whatever that thing is. Actually, I'm going to close my eyes and kind of like blind feel my way towards him and kind of stick it in his hood that it like balances on the back of his head, and then I'm going to turn around and go back.
Okay, first off, make me a perception check.
Okay.
Hey, you're wise.
I'm not proficient in perception, but yeah.
You kind of fumble around in the dark, just sort of feeling the wall, and you're not 100% sure where you place the message on him, but you know that it's somewhere on him because you feel his body and then just sort of place it in there.
I'm playing pin the tail on the donkey with the wizard.
Indeed. Now give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh man, but I'm not looking at it.
Oh, so it's an aura.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
Well, come on, boo.
Oh god, holy shit.
You managed to, you have that sort of brief moment of, oh, but that statue, he's looking at it, must be so beautiful. Maybe if I open my eyes and have a look, and then...
No.
Yeah. Yeah, the other part of your mind kicks in and is just a series of nopes.
just reminded of an old comic dub video I watched. Nope.
And I nope my way back out of the aura.
Between Keldrin and myself, are we able to determine when that feeling of looking at the statue begins to sort of creep in? Did we notice how close we were when we're like, hey, that statue's pretty cool?
I will say, because both of your wisdom rolls were high, I will say that you felt it around here-ish when you get past the first two marker.
Interesting.
So
Right.
basically in between here.
Okay.
So no one go past this point, and you'll be right.
I'm going
I'll-
to
I
take
love
one
how-
of the I'm going to take one of the candelabras. Can I take them? Are they movable?
Yes, they are.
Cool.
Also-
I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it like in the center of the room, a little bit before where I felt the aura, where we decided the aura probably starts, just as a warning marker point.
Okie doke then. I'll
Just-
say.
Just for the sake of comedy, I would like to assist this in one way, but I'll let you describe your thing first.
Are you gonna
Jonah.
hold it up and you'll be like, to you, to me, to you, to me?
I will say.
Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh
between
dear!
I'll say between you two, you managed to place the candlestick. What I was going to say was, Keldrin, just for the fun of it, could you roll me a d6, please?
A d6? I mean, okay, I can probably do that. I mean, a d6. All right, that's okay. Right, here you go. Have a 2.
Okay. Looking back at Casimir, you realize he managed to sort of stuff the note awkwardly on his shoulder, like it's partially sticking out of his collar.
That's fine.
And I would like to just finish this oddly disturbing yet oddly amusing situation off by jotting down another note. I'm gonna write it down, and you'll watch Jean just spear a note onto the middle stick of the candelabra. It's just in all caps, "Sacre bleu." And that seems like as good a warning for us as any.
And on that note, you now have the entire temple to explore. Where do you go from here?
Let's carry on, I suppose.
Are you
Yeah, I'll
going
say,
directly through the doors here?
well, now that we've cordoned that off, let's say we go through these doors and see what's what.
In all seriousness, there could still be things roaming around this place. I mean, we still think there's a ghost loose around, don't we? I feel bad for Casimir. I sympathize. He's lost. Let me keep an eye on him. You probably don't need me for the next couple of rooms. If anything bad happens, I'll shout.
Can I figure out if Ward's gonna kill him once we're out of the room?
There better not be a wizard
I'm-
else when we come back.
Yeah, I'm gonna insight that.
And Ward, you can make me either persuade.
I don't need to roll. I'm not gonna kill him,
Okay.
so I'm not deceiving.
Well, I'm gonna insight him just to see, I'm getting a vibe on my brother Grim.
Also, don't let
okay,
him get killed through
you've-
inaction. That's the same as killing him.
Okay, so I'm gonna say with that hide inside, you figure out that he's not actually trying to be killed.
Okay. And
You get the impression that there's something on Ward's mind. I'll roll for that.
okay.
Can I insight that? Is that?
Yeah, I rolled a 5. It'll be very obvious,
Yeah,
especially probably to Seth.
Yeah.
Hello, I have plus 12 insight. Do I want to roll? No, I'm fine. I'm fine with this. I want to see where MVL takes this without going too meta.
Okay.
Okay. I'll just look Ward over and say, all right, but I am counting on you to have my back if I do call. So come quickly, would you?
It may be better if I stay with Ward, because we all know how hard of hearing he is.
Wait,
And not to mention, we need to be watching each other's backs. I don't think Casimir is going to be watching Ward's back.
I could make a crack about how he'd be watching Casimir's back, but that's a terrible pun. I'll say, all right. I wanted to avoid prying, but I can tell there's an issue at hand. Ward, would you care to discuss this before we move on?
Discuss what? Oh wait, there's an unkillable vampire we have no idea how we're gonna slay. And there's the secret to destroying him through a door in this temple. And nobody wants to take it.
Yeah,
What do you...
Casimir knows how to open the door. We kind of need him.
He doesn't know to open the door.
Yeah, I will technically... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just to say, he knows how to get us into Castle Ravenhold, but nothing here.
Yeah, Steph's got it right on the money. He only knows the same thing you know, that the door needs a password. He was raging around to find the passwords, but you also know that if you... sometimes people have some members of your party have shown amazing feats of strength of being able to push the doors open despite the power binding them. And you know that they can be destroyed from a distance. You just have to beware the explosion and necrotic energy.
I was thinking of the passage that he was saying that might open right into the dungeons of Castle Ravenloft. Is that supposed to be a physical door here? Because I was kind of thinking that whenever we loot the casket that he's looking for, he knows like a way to open a portal or something.
Casimir has just said that he has a way of getting into Ravenloft, but he's kept his cards close to his chest as to actually explaining how it actually works.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying.
That's pretty much his leverage. Like, he's just said, I know a way to get into Ravenloft, and I think a couple of you done insight checks say that it's true, but he has never actually revealed how it works.
Cool.
Children, do you ever want to get out of here? Do you ever want to get out of here? We're never going to get out of here with Strahd alive. The secret to his defeat is here.
I didn't know that. I
don't know about the rest of
you.
you.
Just sort of ease this door open.
I will say that you're able to push the door open, and anticlimactically, it appears to be a small chamber with an arrow slit. So something was probably meant to stand guard in here and shoot arrows into the foyer.
Continuing the conversation in the other room, I'm going to say, yes, in theory there may be such a power here, but all we've been given so far is vague promises, untrustworthy pitches, and some vague notion of the power of a life and death, which we do not know if it actually exists or not. One thing that we know for certain is that this place is the source of Strahd's powers. It created him, and whatever power is on offer here, I don't like to imagine the catch, because the last thing that we need is to make our situation worse.
John.
But isn't that true of everything we've found thus far? The sword, the amulet, everything is untested against Strahd.
And the very
what
talky
guarantees
stick.
do we have?
Okay.
I'm just saying if there's anything of note in here.
Okay, I will say for that investigation check, you don't find anything in this room. However, you do begin to notice, you're not quite sure, but you think there's, looking at these walls and looking into the room back there, something seems to be off in the area next to the statue, but you're not 100% sure why.
It's in the no-go zone as well.
Listen, John. I know you revel in battle. I do too. But I don't plan on being here forever. You know, I've got a daughter in the Bloodfang Mountains. That story about the tribe, that wasn't a total lie. In actual fact, the orc whose back I broke was 3 times bigger my size, not 2 times bigger. Right, I digress.
Insight check that motherfucker. Wow, that's a 1.
And you still rolled a total of 13.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say you instantly believe Ward, partially because with how heavy everything is right now in terms of the discussion, your mind's just essentially switched off and you're not paying attention.
Just gonna say, because I rolled so badly, you believe the daughter, but the orc definitely wasn't 3 times the Ward size. Like, come on. Anyway, her name's Drog. He's a fine warrior, brash, arrogant, just like me. Smashes first and asks questions later. Makes me proud, but I'm never gonna see her again if I don't leave here. And I'd always planned, maybe when this is done, perhaps I'll give up monster hunting and settle down. Use all of that amber money to maybe buy a roadhouse and tell my stupid stories to people that come by. Just a thought, but knowing my luck, I'll probably get in some terrible swampy ruins full of frogs and lizards anyway. But seriously, I recently contradicted what I said about moving on. And it's been weighing on me more and more about Dasha and the idea of bringing her back. And I know that what's here can't be good, but it still opens old wounds. I'm sorry, because I'm feeling weaker than I ever have before against Strahd. And I've been leaning on Crowley, and I've been leaning on you, Jean, and I've been leaning on all of you. And I feel like if I can't do something here, I can't get out of this place and I can't help you. I'm sorry.
We've all only gotten up to this point on the strength of each other. If it wasn't for Meldrath and Keldrin, I'd most likely be a monster myself right now.
Just let me go at that door. It'll explode, but maybe I can take it. You stay back and just let me bash it down. It might work.
Okay. It's time for me to drop the theory that I've had out of character for the last 2 months. I'm going to say, as Maldrath is investigating, Maldrath, tell me something. What we've seen in this land, people long dead returning to haunt us, souls never finding peace. Would you call it accurate to theorize that perhaps the souls in this place never move on, that they're merely trapped?
Out of character, I think I already know that the souls can't move on, don't I? From a previous.
I think that's the whole point of Barovia.
I
think
it's
that's
something that if you don't at least know, you theorize, judging from the amount of undead here, and in fact, you have actually had dreams which you didn't realize how pertinent they were until now, but you've had dreams of people taunting you and your religion saying death has no power here. So even if you didn't 100% know, you've suspected what John is saying for a while now.
Okay. Jean, I have a divine charge to bring death back to this land. Kelemvor has been denied for countless generations. It's the sole reason I'm here, to end this absolute abomination, to rid this land of Strahd and restore order. Without death, there can not truly be any life. Look at the existence of these people. It's terrible. One way or another, Strahd will end. Balance will be restored.
Wait,
So-
Ward, are you talking about taking the sarcophagus deal?
I just want to go out those doors. They're going to explode. I think I can take the explosion. And if I can't, the doors will still be open.
I'm going to file that away for now and say, I don't understand the first thing about the pact I've been given. Only that it's provided me a new lease on life. Something to do other than wallow and whine and self-pity for the rest of my years. I understand that the matter of importance here is to bring back balance and lift the darkness over this place. And this whole time we've been in this temple, I've been thinking that if we were to accept one thing from this place, provided the catch is not multitudes worse than our situation already is, there might be a way to tip the balance lopsidedly in our favor.
If only we didn't have to kill the caretaker. He must have been here when Strahd took his powers. He might have known something. What is done is done.
Indeed.
I mean, he was trying to kill us. I don't think he would have been like, oh, hey, sure, let's chat about this dude.
I'm gonna say that Jean is sort of milling about, weighing an option, glancing at Casimir. He's gonna say, Ward, you are the only person I've ever told my story face to face, at least after my parents cast me out for my failings. So you know better than anyone the loss I've experienced. Seth, you've been through your own hells, and so has Casimir. As tempting as the offer is to bring back what we've lost, I theorize that there is something we can do should the power that Casimir has described actually exist, to win this war and return to what we still have. Argynvost. His remains lay in the dungeons of Castle Ravenloft. And if we were to have the power to bring back anyone, no matter their time of death, the manner of their death,
Keldrin's eyes are huge.
normally I would not suggest such a thing, but souls here are trapped, meaning that Argynvost's soul is not at peace and has not returned to any god. We could utilize the powers here to bring back Strahd's greatest enemy.
I think
Our
even with
trump
any
card.
intention, we're gonna have to find this first. And maybe the spirit will be more forthcoming with information.
So we're gonna let Ward hit the door, is what you're saying.
I think that should be our last opportunity because there's still more of the temple we've not been to. We may yet find the password, and there's no need for any possible sacrifice.
I'll nod. If it comes to it, we can force our way through. But in the meantime, we might still be able to find the password, particularly with our friend out of action for the moment. And
I'm going to poke the staff and like, hey, Mr. Wizard, sir?
oh boy.
Oh yes, Arcane Theorem. Right. So, do you order the
Sorry, just before that, did you remember like the passwords for the vaults? Did you get to that?
There was a long pause, and then passwords, vaults.
For the
No, I do not. What vaults are you talking about, child? Let me know about these vaults. How do they work?
I let go.
Oh, a ghostly.
Actually, knowing this particular ghost, his reaction would be more like Kildred's avatar right now. Anyway.
Can I've already done an investigation on this and it was crap. Can I use a perception check to see if I can figure out what's so wonky about this particular place?
All right, go ahead.
I'll assist if I may.
You may.
I like to imagine during this really tense conversation, Maldrath is like calmly looking around the place, like upturning
that's
things.
literally
Like
what I was doing. I was just having a good old walk around.
yeah.
Was that advantage with assistance?
Yes.
I'll roll and see if I get a 20.
Mm-hmm.
I did not.
You notice that as you listen, you notice that this wall here, you notice that it's. At first, you're wondering. The coloration seems a little bit off in terms of its amber from the rest of it, and then you realize that what you originally thought were just the bends in the door are actually slits, as in this is actually. As in, this alcove over here is actually a door of some kind.
Oh shit!
Oh well.
Secret tunnel.
Someone's play the secret tunnel song from Avatar.
I was thinking more of like a Zelda. Do-do-do-do-dun.
And it's as you do, and it's as that happens, you hear. I'll say without high percentage take, you hear something that sounds like a distant creak on the other side of this door, and you start to hear some mutterings.
Backing away.
And suddenly, the hatch slowly starts to push open, and the door slowly begins to swivel round, secret mode style. And as it does, you see a bony skeletal hand push through. And that's where we're going to take a quick break.
Oh!
That's the end of part 1. Now we're going to move on to part 2. Welcome back, my friends, to the Curse of Strahd. Jonan, where were we?
Okay, we were. So, sorry, just trying to start Roll20 freaking out. As
I'm freaking out. Roll20's freaking out.
Everyone's freaking out. You were seeing a skeletal hand push open this secret door, and as the door opens up, you see a gnarly skeletal figure wearing much flashier robes than you were expecting. And if I could just get the description.
Dude, gnarly.
Let's see. You see the decrepit skeleton clad in tattered robes. Red pinpoints of light burn in the skeleton's eye sockets. As it turns to look at you, stares, and then he goes, "Hang on, do I know you? Are you like the new students, or are you just the helper to clean up the place?
I look back and I would like to point out that and then it starts talking like I'm sword shield raised I wasn't expecting the secret door to open, but now that the skeleton is talking to me, I just sort of, who the hell are you?
Excellent question. I am the mighty mage.
Sangop?
Oh, I had this.
Maverus? Shalks?
No.
Xanther?
Yes! You are amazing, small one. Yes, that is my name. I am Xanfard, the mighty mage that rules the Amber Temple. Wait, hang on. You haven't answered my question yet.
Students, yeah, we're students. We're interested in whatever you know. Tell us everything.
Excellent. Come in. He then pushes upon another secret door.
Like, oh no, not another one.
I'm gonna look at Maldrath like.
At this point, Maldrath is just doing everything he can to not lash out and murder this absolute abomination just where he stands. Like his grip on the blood sphere is just, it couldn't be any tighter. He's just absolutely almost shaking with just trying to hold himself back.
I imagine this is visible, right? Very visible on Maldrath.
Well, he's trying to hide it. He's just like, oh goddamn.
Cool it, Maldrath. He knows stuff.
Well, that's why he's holding back. He can recognize the tactical advantage, but he's like, oh, really just must kill, must eradicate filth.
Maybe he knows Strahd. Wait, is the sacrability candlestick okay? I'm gonna edge just carefully.
Yeah, we have to go past that, don't we?
Yes, I will say Maldrath and Keldrin are fine. Everyone else has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom, you say?
Yes.
Wisdom.
Okay, before I move past, I'll just look at someone nearby and say, if I freeze and start gawking, pull me out of the area of effect, would you?
Yeah, Maldrath's going to wait till last in case anyone gets stuck, and also to reduce any possible issues that may arise from being close to that fella. Ex-fella, I should say.
I haven't invoked human determination yet, and I'm not going to, because someone can pull me out of the...
I also...
Holy crap!
Okay, both Ward and on you start thinking, oh, there's a beautiful statue. Nope! And just keep walking. Seth, you, given everything that's happened in the issue's rage, you briefly forget, and you slowly start thinking, oh, that statue is really beautiful. I take a closer look at it. Maybe
Seth.
I'm just going to grab hold of Seth and be like, come on. No time for that now.
I'm just imagining Maldrath materializes a scythe and just vaudevilles him.
We'll draw a picture of it for you later, Seth. It'll be fine.
It's really nothing amazing. It's just magical mumbo jumbo messing your brain up.
You guys do manage to drag him away, and as you enter the main corridor, so beautiful, and you snap back to normal.
Well, my plan to test to see if we will be able to get him back and he'll be normal has succeeded.
An astounding plan. Well done.
Sense motive.
Roll if you seriously mean that, but yeah. As you enter the room, this 15-foot high room contains the trappings of royalty, ornate furniture, exquisite rugs and tapestries, and decorated statuary. everywhere you look are lit candelabras atop small tables. The beauty of the decor is undone by thick dust and cobwebs. And to answer your role, to answer your role, you are amazed by Seth's tactical genius.
Good plan, Seth. Good plan. Tactics.
And meanwhile, Anther is walking around going, yes, I don't have any tea. There was supposed to be a tea made. She probably died several thousands of years ago. I don't know. I don't remember much anymore. Anything in particular you wanted to know before we got started?
Yeah, the passwords to all the doors. Did you write them down?
Passwords.
Did you write them down?
Oh, no need
Are
to.
they 11111?
No need to. They're the names of all of the mages that built this place, including me. And I know there are others. Why is my memory not working? I got new students here. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing.
This character is the exact real MVL when it comes to memory.
I'm not sure if I want to say that potentially in earshot, but I'm not sure this guy would care. Because I want to lean into Maldrath and say something, but...
Sir, maybe the brain issues are... I mean, you're a skeleton. You're a skeleton. You are a skeleton. I'm going to hide behind Ward.
Yes, I am a skeleton now. This was due to... What was it due to? Must be some kind of magic
Did you
spell.
touch one of the coffins?
Oh yes! The sarcophagi! Yes, it probably would have been. After all, the mages were originally sealing them down here, and then they all died.
Wait, what? They were sealing what? What? Notebook. Where is my notebook?
Whilst he's going on about stuff, I would like to snoop around his things. For evil, obviously. There's gonna be something going on here.
Make me an investigation check, and whilst you're doing that, he is... Oh, hang on. I think I'm missing some steps here.
So you were saying they sealed something into the sarcophagi?
Yes, I did. They were sealing... yes! They were sealing dark artifacts of incredible power, all containing items. See, they had been gathering magic items of evil, but had the potential to unleash darkness and chaos on the world. So they created a temple to seal all of that away. And in answer to your investigation and roll, you can see that the room seems pretty plain for the most part, but given how this whole area is open, it can only be accessed by a secret door, you suspect that somewhere along the wall there is another secret door somewhere. You're just not 100% sure where it is or how to get it open.
Would I be able to use perception to see if I can figure out if anything's a little bit miscolored or a little bit, mismatched? Or would that be investigation again?
Yeah, you can use perception again since I allowed it the first time.
Jordan, I'm gonna send you something in private so I don't interrupt the flow of conversation with an inside joke.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so he then goes, yes, they were seeing dark artifacts here, and then they all died. No, again, step missing. My fucking memory.
Time passed and they all died?
Or
did they seal the sarcophagus and then they died because they sealed the sarcophagus?
And Strahd came, took what he wanted, and they all died.
Wait, who the heck is Strahd? No. Yes!
Insight on that one, please. Does he really not know who Strahd is?
I think even if he did, he may not now.
Eagleton goes, yes, I remember now. They sealed the items up, but they couldn't leave because people kept trying to get into the temple due to all of, the legendary artifacts. But unfortunately, the dark power, it kind of leaked out and then became an entity separate of the magic items you see. And when it all coalesced, it then started to exist for one purpose, it seems, to try and corrupt people. And then they all died. I think that's the right picture.
DM, is there like a quill, like paintbrush, or like chalk or coal around this place anywhere?
You do actually see a quill and parchment on the desk here. And to answer your roll, Maldraff, you notice that there is some slight discoloration of the door around here and an indent similar to the vaults around here.
Never mind, I was gonna run that around the circumference of the room, so it would show the doors.
That's a pretty good idea.
That's a much more subtle way of doing it, actually finding it.
Just don't mind me while I'm drawing on your walls.
Pretty much.
I'll say to him, so all of this, and presumably what you've become, were essentially a mishap then?
When you talk about it like that, yes, I suppose it was. I mean, it might have worked. It's just, so many dark items together, and it was just too much. I mean, for the darkness to sleep into the lands, that would be pretty negotiable. The forces of nature would probably handle it, but, the thing is, so much of the darkness managed to coalesce and become one thing. So it's kind of almost weirdly sentient in a way.
So would that mean that all the evil intent has actually left the artifacts now?
Yes or no. I mean, I think... hang on. Oh, no. You're all right. It's almost left it. But you still need to be of pretty strong fortitude. You have to have a good, strong sense of who you are. Otherwise, when you do pick up the artifact, you will give in to your darkest impulses and become a raging monster of destruction.
Well, at least we know that now.
Yes. It's all... yes, it's all some of... my memory is actually clearing up. I should have met you guys ages ago. But yes, as long as you are strong and fortified in character, you will be able to become powerful mages like me.
Mr. Exanter, sir, what are you exactly? Apart,
I
you're
am...
a skeleton.
Yes, I am a skeleton, but I am also... Okay, I know there's like a better name for it. A name that actually sounds impressive. I mean, yes, you could say my name is Exanfan the Great, but I'm sure there's more to it than that. And at that moment, as soon as he says it, one of the secret doors actually starts opening. At which point he sees behind him and just forget you saw that. I can't remember what's in there, but I think it's important.
So what?
I'll say yes, of course. Well, that actually leads into why we're here in the first place. See, the darkness that has seeped out of this place, or at least you say has seeped out of this place, it's more rational an explanation than we've had so far. It has not only corrupted the land, but created a new monster all on its own. And essentially, we come here seeking, powerful assets against him. We found powerful assets in our efforts to defeat him.
Well, you can find many powerful assets here. In fact, it's how I became so great. And oh, that's right, I'm a lich. I remember now. Lich. Yes, that sounds excellent.
Shit. Oh shit. Oh god. That's Nicola. Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I missed that. What just happened?
He said
Apologies.
he's a lich.
That's like
Okay.
so powerful.
Okay.
I would like to run an insight on him to see if he's as bumbling as he seems, because for a lich, he just seems like the manifestation of the quirky side of this place.
Go ahead.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna, because I'm pretty sure Keldra doesn't know what a lich is. She's gonna touch the staff and be like, "Hey, Mr. Wizard, sir, what's a lich?"
I believe there's some kind of I think they're undead. It's been so long. Where have all my memories gone? I think. Do I have memories? I've only existed for a while. I am a staff.
Existential crisis.
Okay,
what
I'm
if he's
gonna
actually
let-
Xanther's memories?
Oh my god. I'm gonna just leave that there then and let go again.
I will say, and after that, I will say, sorry, I'll let you get there in a minute, MVL. I will just say that for Jean and Aldraf, you both pretty much catch on the fact that he is true in what he's saying, in that Jean, you can tell that he's been truthful, that he's, whilst he is powerful, the memory struggle is real. He's actually just straining. In fact, it's kind of hard to tell through skeletal features, but you can tell that this is like the happiest he's been in ages, because this is like the most he's ever been able to remember in recent years. And Maldraff, I'll also say with your knowledge, you notice that you theorize it's probably because he's been alive for so long that his memory is failing him, and you actually start to wonder that, okay, maybe he doesn't actually remember just how powerful he is at this point.
Yeah, it's sort of Maldrath's internal monologue at the minute is just like, right, because I did have a suspicion that he was, but he's just going to be like, right, fighting him head on is going to be problems. Well, because given Maldrath's history and dealings with the undead, he's got a fair grasp of what being a lich entails. So he's going to be like, right on that lookout for the phylactery, which I imagine is probably behind that door, being as he said it's something important.
Okay, I'm going to be like, okay, Mr. Xanther Lich, sir. Is it possible to break the sarcophaguses and kind of destroy the items? Would that clear up the evil?
Is that speaking? I mean, that's a very odd question for a student to ask. Or is it? Maybe students are a bit more inquisitive than I remember. Anyway, as far as I can remember, yes.
It's
No.
my area of study specialty, sir. I'm writing a paper.
Yes, very, very specific. But I do like a student who follows the initiative.
He's not even insight checking.
Thank goodness, because my persuasion is shit.
Then goes, Ryle, the thing is, the items and the darkness are now two entirely separate things. They have the same origin, but the darkness itself is completely sentient. It's probably chosen its own, it's probably fixated on its own goal and chosen its own host by now.
Oh.
Xanther the Great,
I like that every time we're calling him Xanther, the door just like opens and closes.
I'm supposed to catalog hidden items around the Amber Temple. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna go behind you and get the references I need for something.
I'm not 100% sure that's a good idea. I think it's something important back there.
Yeah,
something which
that's why you're letting us go through, remember?
Make me a persuasion check.
Come on, MBL.
If this doesn't work, I have another tack to take, but this is so much funnier.
He might just kill us.
Honestly, the way he's acting, I'm not sure he remembers that's in his instincts.
I don't know. I
was looking for the bonus, but it's nothing.
I kind of like this guy.
Yes. I'm sorry. Maybe once you've been employed for a bit and I get an evaluation of your work ethic, then I can allow you in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna move to where the secret door is and say his name.
Alright, make me a stealth check.
I'm gonna see him doing that, and I'm going to try to distract the Lich.
Recite Arcane Theory to him.
I'm not going to recite Arcane Theory to him, but I'm going to pull out my scroll of Wall of Fire that I have, and I'm going to... by the way, this was a thing that I made earlier. Could you maybe just check the handiwork? Do you think is this any good, Mr. Xanther, sir?
And with that, you can make that with advantage, so you have another chance to roll that Maldraff.
Come on, Maldraff. Oh, God!
As if by magic a ward appears.
He looks at the scroll and goes, that is a very impressive scroll. Wait! What are you doing?
I'm writing a paper on secret doors. This one's impressive.
Unbelievably specific. You're fine to have a look at it, but just don't touch it or just say my name.
I've been saying it all the time.
Okay, out of character, should we? Basically the tack I want to take is to be straight with him and basically say, look, we know it's on the other side of the door. Can we take you? Can we have a look at that so we can maybe get rid of the darkness in the land?
John, man, don't out of character this. Do what you gotta do. This is a great fucking scene. Just roll with what John would do.
It's true. I'm just so afraid of doing something horribly stupid or that the party disapproves of. I'm going to regard the shenanigans going on around me and say, sort of sighing, look, I'm going, Xantha, I'll save you trouble by not saying your name and title.
The door opens.
I will say it's only when you're very close to the door that it happens. So. Okay.
I'm for the sake of expediting things, because we've been here a terribly long time. I would ask that you grant us passage into the next few chambers. We seek now that we know generally what has befallen the land and what threat we are facing. The powers contained beyond, now that they have been neutered somewhat in their nature, could be very valuable in putting an end to the curse over this place.
Make me a persuasion check.
Okay. Anyone can assist me with this, but I'm pretty decent at persuasion.
I don't know what to add to this. This is...
I can't assist you. I was trying a different route.
I know.
Go for it, man.
Invoking human determination.
I know.
Natural 18, 25.
He goes, wow, students are very dedicated these days. Well, I'm not 100% sure what you're seeking. Let me... He scrambles through some of his books. Shoot, I don't remember all the mages' names. I don't even know if I wrote them down. However, if you go over here, he moves his desk out the way and actually opens up a door around here. And he goes, yeah, if you go in there, you get to the library, and that should lead down to the big central vault. That's where the really powerful stuff is. Although I'll say I wasn't planning to introduce you to that, as that's the really, really powerful stuff. You might have been better off, I don't know, maybe going with the coffin of lightning first. Was there a coffin of lightning?
Oh, I consider saying yes, there was, just because I kind of pity this guy. Even though in his mind, John's just like, if we lift the darkness over this place, would it put? Yeah.
Dubs, there was.
Yeah, there was. It was the first one we found. Basically, John's just thinking, "Oh God, he's so old. I hope he can just sleep for eternity when we in the darkness here." In character, John's gonna say, "Right. Do you have it? Could you tell us anything about what the consequences would be for accepting one of the powers that lay beyond?"
Well, like I said before, if you're a good grasp of who you are, none. If you have a moment of weakness, then I believe your darkest impulses will kick in and you'll become a monster. Oh, that's how the mages died. They all got corrupted and started killing each other. And that's how I became so great, because I survived. That's it.
I would like to ask him. It's like you wouldn't happen to recall if there's a sarcophagus of resurrection or something along those lines. Something to bring the dead back to life.
I think there were two, actually. I think it's yes. I think it depends how dead they are. The really, really dead one is through that direction. He says, pointing back to the secret door.
And the other one?
We encountered the other one previously, didn't we? It was one that could bring someone back.
It was
the recently dead.
All right.
It's
basically revivify.
Okay.
It's in one of the other chambers. Can't exactly remember which one it is, but there is this nice caretaker. What was his name? I completely forgotten.
Oh, he's retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He was such a nice guy.
He left of his own accord.
I'm so glad he's not insight checking a thing we're saying.
That is really strange. I guess that would be why you guys were wandering the temple for days. I mean, the porter should have shown you in by now. Honestly, the service around here, you can't get it these days.
Yeah.
In any case, I'll nod and consider what to say in response to that, but eventually settle with, "Thank you for, thank you."
Yeah, Maldra's gonna move before he does anything rash.
Thank you, sir, Mr. Alexander, sir. It was nice to meet you. Okay, bye.
Nice to meet you as well. Happy learning.
He's just a college professor.
He's adorable. I love him.
By the way, Jordan, remember I sent you that pun in private about undead Richard being Lichard? I was joking.
Is the door through here obvious, or is it hidden as well?
I think I've removed the dynamic lighting now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think both opened.
But it was another secret door on this side.
It was another secret door, so you kind of had to feel along the wall and push it.
Oh.
And as you step through...
Oh my.
Okay. This stone library has 20-foot high walls and 30-foot high vaulted ceiling. Covering the ceiling is a fresco that depicts 8 angels being set ablaze in a hell. A black marble railing encloses a golden marble staircase that spirals gently down a 30-foot wide, 30-foot deep shaft to the north. Against the grey walls stand 6 10-foot-tall black marble bookcases. On their shelves are hundreds of well-preserved tomes. Embroidered rugs, chairs, lit candelabras fill the southern half of the room. You have found the library.
Head down the stairs.
Do we want to check the books up here?
Yeah, I think first let's investigate, see if there's anything fascinating.
Okay.
Someone smarter than me can do that. With advantage, because I'll help them.
Do we have anyone who's particularly good at investigation?
I believe that's Seth.
Yeah, not so much with books, but yeah, I can.
Awkwardly, I think the most appropriate person is stuck looking at a statue.
Yeah,
Don't you mean awkwardly?
Oh my
it's the
god.
safest place for him right now.
I am
Well,
very
that
glad
spared you
that
a
he's
natural
stuck.
one.
You have a look around. You try pulling some of the books. Unfortunately, most of the books seem to be, one, very fragile and prone to falling apart if you tug them too hard, and two, blank.
Blank?
Okay.
As
Some
it-
kind of wizard tradition.
Anyone who wants to can make an Arcana check.
I
Give it a
am
go.
a barbarian.
I am a fighter. I also have 11 intelligence.
I mean, I have a +1.
That's
I think that's
Better.
as high as we got.
yeah.
+1 as well, so I'll assist.
We're just a
Thanks.
party of smarties.
So, Maldrath and Keldrin poring over a book. 14.
You quickly figure out that if this was a wizard's place, they probably placed some kind of spell over the text, so you can't actually read it.
Keldrin, perhaps your wizard stick would be able to help us out.
Hello, Mr. Wizard.
Hello, and I'm gonna be allowed to find out anything about this place.
I'm
Oh.
sorry. I'm sorry. I've been mean to you. Can you see what I see when I'm holding you?
Sadly,
I think we've been
no.
through this. We've been through this.
Yeah, I think it came up before.
I can only, thanks to elemental arcane theorem, I can only sense what objects are near you. Can't actually see anything.
Oh, that's sad. Well then, I guess no, you won't be able to see. I'll just, I'll keep a. It's just you talk a lot, and it's a lot of words, and I'm not really that smart, and it's a lot. I'll try though. Okay.
Tell him we're in a library and all the books are blank.
Oh,
It's a wizard
yeah.
library.
Yeah, we're in a wizard library right now, and all the books are like blank. Is there like can I say Exanther? Does the book change?
Actually, let me just double check.
Example the Great.
If this works.
Let's see. Sadly, no, that doesn't work. However,
I'll try the other 3 wizard names as well.
Yeah, those don't work either. He thinks, I'll say, you give it the basic description, and he goes, Well, the wizard known as Standy would create some kind of command words to reveal the books. But maybe if you are a true student, you can one day learn true seeing. That should be able to reveal it all.
Oh. If I cast Dispel Magic, technically, would that like kill the stuff in the books as well, or would it just?
Oh, sweet child, most wizards have already thought that far ahead.
Oh. He doesn't know how to. He says there's probably a command word, but he doesn't know what. So maybe one of the wizards, wrote it down somewhere so they don't forget the command word. There's a lot of books here, though.
Maybe they made that invisible too.
Holy shit.
Actually, you know something? That's so good in character at the thought of a wizard making a password invisible in order to making a code word invisible in order to keep invisible pages invisible.
That's very...
John is just gonna mutter what he's gonna mutter something under his breath. I'm gonna pronounce the French.
That's very wizardy.
He's just gonna mutter under his breath.
Okay, I'm actually gonna keep a hold of the staff now.
Okay. This now goes. Well, maybe I've been pushing you too forward, too hard as well. Just let me know if you ever find out anything interesting about this place, or if you want to learn something from me. I could teach you all the secrets of the arcade, at least once I know.
I'll make sure that the next time we have a break. But right now, I'm just trying to stay alive in general. You know, there was a skeleton lich guy in the last room. He was kind of scary.
But that was? How are you still alive?
He was kind of nice. I think you two would have gotten along.
I'm beginning to reevaluate you.
Okay, is that good or bad?
Impressed you survived a lich, but I'm a little disapproving of making friends with undead abominations, just as a rule.
He's also a Maldrafts kind of guy. Who knew?
Yeah, I think you'd like one. Never mind. I need to focus. And okay, I'll talk. I'll talk to you later. Yeah.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I'm still holding the shame. I'm just holding the thing. So yeah, it's kind of weird to sign off without actually letting go. But yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Maldras, he wants us to kill the lech thing.
I mean, that's a completely reasonable and, absolutely, I can get behind that 100%.
He also thought that it's amazing that we're still alive.
I mean, yes, if he had his wits about him, we would probably be at least a good few members down.
I think that's a day-to-day assessment, to be fair.
Okay, so let's check out this library, you guys. Sorry for taking up all that.
Oh, it's cool. This is all RP, man. I think we've officially hit the point where there are no more encounters. I say.
Don't say that.
Well, we're gonna walk.
The candle bra. Poisonous gases. And we all die.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. Anyway,
he promises.
So,
yeah, down to the depths, I guess.
Ward will search for traps on the stairs by walking down the stairs. Any traps he'll find by setting them off. That's how he does it.
I'm looking... Yeah, and I'm just looking real quick around for anything that looks valuable. Any, solid gold bookmarkers or something?
Unfortunately, all the gold and silver seems to have gone into the building of this place.
Given the all the secret doors that are going on, I'm going to have a quick look along the walls to see if I can find any more secret doors or passages or whatever.
Okay, I'll say make me a quick investigation check.
Don't let me down. Hey.
You notice that there is one more secret door here, and you give it another push. It's another staircase that leads straight down.
Oh, secret doorway.
Okay, so secret doorway first or stairs first?
Ward appears to have made his choice.
Oh, okay.
I did walk down the stairs while you guys were doing that, yeah.
Yeah, so you can...
I'd be quite behind Ward.
Can I see if there's anything at the bottom of these, or does it just descend into darkness?
It descends into darkness.
Well, we can check that out after the horrible secrets of this place are dealt with.
I'm just gonna close the door behind me in case something decides to come up.
Okay. You very slowly climb down the stairs, and there is a it all seems to be silence, apart from the echoes of your footsteps walking down, and the occasional taps of Ward just poking every other step with his sword just to make sure that there are no traps along the way. And let me just move you all there and make a slight change into it. You enter another room this time. Doesn't need to get the lower half now. The old marble staircase with a black railing. Oh no, you've done that bit. The amber-covered walls are sculpted to look like tentacles that entwined around a marble bas relief of kings, queens, pharaohs, and sultans, attended by a myriad of slaves. The west, south, and east walls contain alcoves, and standing in each alcove is a tall, rough block of amber. Two cracks have opened to the far south, and spilling rubble and shattered pieces of amber onto the floor in the southeast corner of the room.
Gonna touch the south one.
Same with the east.
Are there any funky reflections in the walls, like upstairs?
Nope. No reflections this time. And Ward, you touch the south one, and you hear. Once again, you hear the voice speak up and goes, I offer the dark gift of Teneboros. I will give you the secrets to becoming a leech. Will you accept?
Whoa. Steps back. Stay away from that one. Gonna go over to where Maldrath is.
Okay, meanwhile, Evans touches the east one, and he goes, I offer the dark gift of Sudan, the corpse star. It is the power to raise the ancient dead. Will you accept this?
I'm gonna ask it, is there any trickery involved? What will you cost?
I desire only to be used. Any cost depends on if your body and mind can handle my power.
That's a fucking nope.
I guess that's entirely in line with what the other guy said, so it's pretty much, yeah. I accept.
Holy
Okay.
shit!
Do I hear Seth say this from the other side of the room?
I imagine so. He said it
Well,
out loud, right?
Sorry?
it depends. Okay, hang on. First off, did you touch the sarcophagus on that side?
I was planning to, yes.
Okay, I will say, unfortunately, yeah, as you touched that, so you wouldn't have heard him. What you would have heard.
Ward is also touching that one, by the way.
Okay, both you and Ward here. I offer the dark gift of vampire. I offer you the contract to become one of the most powerful forms of undead, to become immortal and all-powerful. Will you accept?
Well, found what created Strahd.
I'm going to remove my hand.
Speaking of which, Seth, make me a charisma saving throw, please.
Okay, real quick.
No,
when I
not
hear
charisma.
when I hear the words "I accept," can
make me a perception check to see whether you hear that, because you are close to him. So just make me a perception.
To up the ante, by the way, guys, Ward also just said, I accept.
Okay, first off, Jean, you do hear him say, I accept. But you still don't make the charisma save. And Ward, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw as well.
Yeah, so Ward kind of closes his eyes. He loses his rage for a moment, and he just thinks calmly about things that he's lost, about Dasha. One last time about his lost love. And in his mind, the only way to defeat Strahd is to have the same amount of power. So he's going to do it.
Okay. Seth, you, Jean, you hear him say, "I accept," and you try to slap his hand away. But Seth, you already feel something welling up over your body. But as with many things, you close your eyes, and even though you can hear so many dark urges and impulses entering in your mind, things like it wasn't fair. What am I in this situation? Why did I lose the ones I love? This isn't right. You do, however, here, you are able to maintain a firm grip on who you are and just go, no, I know who I am. I know what's happened. And you do maintain a grip. However, Jean, you watch as something happens to his body. You notice that Seth's skin is starting to pale slightly, and his eyes do start to look a bit gaunt. He kind of looks undead from your opinion. Meanwhile,
Okay.
Ward, you, as the darkness fills you, you think about your last love, and as the gift surges through, you feel the dark power come onto you in a rush, and you hear the voice go, "There are two parts of this contract that will allow you to gain this power. First, you must kill someone you love. Second, you must then in turn be slain by one that despises you." And as you hear those words, the dark thoughts that have always been in the back of your head are now amplified. You start thinking, well, of course, if I'm going to destroy Strahd, I need to do anything. So, which one of them could I kill? But I could kill Crowley, but don't really love him the same anymore. You're just because it's a mix of your violent impulses and it's a mix of your most violent impulses and your desires to and this sort of sense of cunning that's been built in the back of your mind. I need you to make me one more charisma saving throw. You just barely managed to hang on. You're screaming to yourself, no, I can't think that. I absolutely cannot think that. And you manage to slowly pull back, but you do realize now that it is still in there and the dark power is still inside you and could potentially go off at any time. The best way I can put it off is that you now know there's a dark part inside of you that's trying to get out and will get out if needs be. There's also a part of your mind that becomes increasingly paranoid as well. Like you're thinking, can I trust anyone? Anyone at all? And that's it so far.
I'm just gonna go straight up to her and be like, Ward, you fool! None of this comes without a cost. What have you done?
What have I done? What have any of us done? What have you done? You've done nothing. We've done nothing to Strahd. Absolutely nothing. I had to do something.
I'm just gonna stare at Ward and just in complete sort of disbelief that even though Maldrath knows how reckless Ward can be, this is just a completely next level. I don't even know that.
Go ahead, Maldrath. Tell me your plan. Tell me your grand plan to kill Strahd. I'm listening. Jean, chime in as well. How exactly are we going to kill Strahd? None of you possess the skill. None of you possess the power. Strahd rides a nightmare. Strahd is a vampire. The only way to deal with him is the powers of a vampire.
Okay, I would like to say that at first I was going to question Seth, But hearing this, I walk over. And I say, you were stronger than this.
You're right. And I'm gonna be stronger than this. Not weak.
As soon as he turns...
You're a failure, Jean.
As soon as he turns away for a second, I'm gonna reach down into my pouch, grab the hilt of the sun sword, and think, give me strength.
You feel the energy, the charge, and ready to go in your hand. If you want to use it, you can.
I'm going to say, Lord, yes. Yes, I am. And you gave me the chance. My first chance to become something more. To live life for something other than myself. And even you, my brother Grimm, I will not allow to take that from me. 2 attacks.
Okay. Go ahead and make those attack rolls, and then after that, we'll roll initiative.
By the way, it genuinely hurt me to say that, but you said...
I know,
Oh.
and I'm on the other side of Maldrath.
So they advantage, that's true.
26 and 30.
I didn't roll my
Okay.
dice correctly, I'm so flustered. Oh, sorry, initiative, right?
Yes. So
And,
You rolled a D202 and got a 10.
That's just my luck. Unlucky for
And-
some, 13.
on this initial volley, can I action surge?
Actually, you know what? First, roll me an initiative, and then we'll include this and the previous 2 attacks as part of the surprise.
MVL, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, man. It's what Ward would do.
Of course, now's the time when my pen's not working. Okay. God, nothing's working. The scene is so tense.
God, the curse is leaking out into real life all over the place.
Okay, so we have Seth, followed by Jean, followed by Maldrath, then Ward, then finally Kilder. Okay, so first 2 attacks have hit, and I believe you can use an action surge. So go ahead.
Okay. I'm sorry, man. Natural 20.
Yikes. Okay. So go ahead and as you just unleash, go ahead and roll damage.
Oh my
for
god.
4 attacks.
Okay. He's... Oh god.
Okay. So
Does he count as undead?
Nope, not the moment.
Okay.
He's still alive. So
73 points of damage.
Wow.
wow.
Wow. Shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's a hit.
And that takes out of wood.
A
John said that
significant
you
chunk.
were just you were standing on your feet, but only just as John slams into you with everything he has, just focusing on just putting you down as quickly as possible. It's Jean, you're having flashbacks to a couple of days ago when you had to do this, but this time, it, whilst it does physically hurt Ward, it is cutting you up emotionally as well as you again watch the blood fly out. You have a burning X scar on your chest now, Ward. And it is now that we go up to the top of the round. Seth, you're up.
I reckon at this point Steph's kind of been extremely out of it, kind of intent, focused on his new visage that's appeared in the amber. But the sound of the battle shakes him out of his stupor. The hell are you doing, Jean? Why are you attacking him? I think
No
it's pretty
response.
much going to be his turn.
Okay. With that, Jean, you're up.
Third smite.
Go for it as you make your attack.
Actually, I need to tack on another bit of damage because one of those was a crit.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's true.
80 total points of damage.
Okay. And now go ahead and make your attack roll.
18 and 20.
Okay, both of those hit. Go ahead and roll your damage and add the smite as you continuously hit.
I don't think there's any way Ward is staying up after this. 2 rounds of
43.
attack, yep. Oh, actually,
Um.
down to 1.
Okay, so you slash at Lords. And you make one slice across the belly and then one cut out on the head. You close your eyes, hoping that it's ending as the energy flashes. And then, as you close your eyes, pray that it's over, you suddenly hear a monstrous growl, and you look up to see Ward's eyes burning with rage. His body can barely stand. He's just growling at you.
I'd just like to say, over him, both as cold as death and shaken to his core, Jean's just gonna say, "You were my brother."
Okay. And with that, Maldrap, you're up.
Oh god, it's the end of the line.
Oh, I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do anything.
We were never
damn.
brothers, Jean. You don't have what it takes. You didn't then, and you didn't now. You could.
Oh, God.
You'd finish me off. Strahd wouldn't give you a second chance.
I'm just gonna, at this point, use the blood sphere and just say, Kalimvor, forgive.
Okay, make your attack roll.
It's advantage as well.
Yeah. It hits as you growl those words, and the spear pierces through you. You howl in rage, and you watch as the life slowly dies. But the Ward's eyes sees the spear through his chest. And Ward, as you do so, as you feel the blood piercing through you, you hear a voice in your head, and it says, "The contract has failed. You failed to kill someone you love. And those that killed you did not hate you." And with that, you're feeling weaker than you ever have before. The light slowly fades. Then you all watch as Ward's hands were first reaching for the spear as if trying to pull it out for him, just go limp. His hands fold by his sides, and as Ward Backbreaker dies on his feet, with the spear running through him.
John, I'm sorry.
And with that, as Maldraff calmly pulls the spear out of him, John, he begins to fall to the ground.
What was that?
How could you do
What
such
did
a
you guys
thing?
do?
Son of a bitch. You sorry son of a bitch. And I'm gonna take one step to the left and wreak bloody hell on this sarcophagus.
What? Maldras, can't you heal him? What happened?
He accepted. There is one thing we can try. Hopefully it'll work. At this point, I'll drop to my knees next to Ward. And I'll offer up prayers to Kellenfor to restore Ward.
Okay. Okay.
Do we have diamonds? I don't think we have diamonds.
I'm sure he had loads of jewels and stuff
No,
in pouches.
no, we did not.
We never got.
We never got diamonds.
Well, perhaps
You-
Mr. Lichboy has some.
You try to call upon Kellenborg, but you suddenly realize in your panic that you don't have the components at the moment, or you can offer a prayers. Meanwhile, Jean, make it an attack roll and just do the damage, because I'm going to assume you hit it.
Do they count as undead?
Not undead, unfortunately. It is just
And I'm just gonna keep doing this.
You feel John, in silent rage, just silently slam down again into the sarcophagus. And as you do so, the blade pierces through the sarcophagus, and you hear, all of you suddenly hear a as something inside it shrieks, and you see darkness will up out of the cracks. Jean keeps stabbing, and as he does so, you actually feel the ground rumble a bit as the shrieks continue to cry out until finally it rumbles no more. And as Jean lets out one last frustrated cry, the blade smashes the lid open, and you can see the last remnants of this dark energy burn against the light and fade away.
I'm gonna do what I feel like doing out of character and fall to my knees, sobbing in rage.
You do that, just fall on your knees, slamming your fist against the coffin. And it's at that point, I will say, Keldrin, Maldraff, and Seth, make me perception checks. Okay. Eldrin, Seth, you're just still trying to process what the bloody hell just happened. Maldraff, Eldrin, you are desperate. You just want to go over and help Jean, Ward, anyone, but you suddenly sense that something's not right in the room. And Maldraff, you notice that the crates that appear in the room have suddenly started violently shaking. And it is at that moment a hand bursts out of one of the crates. A pale, clawed hand just goes. You recognize it as it continues to struggle out. A vampire spawn.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm just gonna say that this basically this is the Jean you're seeing now. That was the Jean that killed an entire squad of bandits on his own. So basically anything undead or dark related that he sees, he is going to immediately move in and try and turn into vaporized dust.
Okay, as you do, more and more of these vampires burst out of the crates, all shrieking in rage. And as they start marching towards you, apart from you, Jean, they try to keep their distance. So, you know, you have the sunlight. They feel your blade. And it is suddenly at that point that you, as the vampires all shriek and hiss towards you, you hear one last rumble, and a familiar voice is suddenly heard on the wind. What have you done? And that's where we're going to end tonight's session, folks.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not doing it. No.